Bill, you guys did a lot of uncharacteristic things tonight. Any explanation for it?
Well, it starts with me, Rich. I didn't do a very good job tonight as the head football coach. And I have to do a much better job for this football team. And so, yeah, we made mistakes, but we win as a team, we lose as a team. And it starts with me, and I'm going to go and dive into that tape tomorrow and figure out things that I can do better to help this team do better, and hopefully our staff will do the same thing and our kids will do the same thing. But we did some uncharacteristic things tonight, and I think that I need to do a better job.
Bill, is there any one thing that really bothers you that you did? Or?
Yeah, I think offensively we could have done some better things. I could have adjusted better. I could have had a better game plan, and then we had some line of scrimmage penalties that hurt us. Jumping off sides and things like that, where we were moving the ball and we stalled the drive. But I'm gonna do a much better job for this football team going forward.
Hey Bill, you guys have had pretty good success against some of the other duals, like quarterbacks like Northwestern and Illinois. Did you see anything out there that maybe you guys didn't do as well tonight that allowed Miller to have that good second half?
I just think he's an excellent player. He's one of the top 5 players in the country, and we stopped him at times, and then other times we obviously didn't. So we have to go back and watch the tape and see again what we can do better to stop a player like that.
Over here. Bill Belton wasn't as effective this week as he was last week. What's his status right now, and how's he doing?
Yeah, I thought he played a lot in the second half. I thought he did some things. Again, I got to go watch the tape, and his status is the same. He's in a rotation with the other backs in the backfield, and he's going to keep working hard. He's a great kid, and like we're all going to try to do. We're all going to try to improve between now and Purdue.
Bill, you're right. What was the problem tonight with the running game, and how much did that slow your offense, do you think?
Well, you got to give a lot of credit to Ohio State. They did a great job. Luke Fickle and Braves did a great job of getting their guys ready to go, and so you got to give them a lot of credit. And then again, we have to go watch the tape and find ways to improve. No question about it.
You mentioned the game plan. Your offensive line had been pushing people around until today. Did that enter into the game plan at all?
Well, again, Dave, I think that's a very fair question. I have to sit down and watch the tape real close and figure out things that I can do better to help that offensive line with different schemes and things like that. But these guys are in there right now. They're hurting, and they're gonna really work hard to try to improve between now and Purdue.
Bill, if you could speak to a couple situations, not going for the field goal early when it was I think scoreless at that point, and also the fake punt. Just what was going into your mind, because your defense seemed like it was playing fairly well.
Yeah, I felt with not going for it early, I just, again, like I've said all year, I felt good about the play call that we had, so I decided to go with that. And then on the fake punt, I just felt like at that point in time we wanted to try to get something going, and we had it, we just didn't execute it as well as we could have at that point. So again, we got to coach it better, and again, I just was trying to make a play there.
Did you get an explanation on the defensive holding call on the punt return?
No.
Hey Bill, on your left, Matt McGloin obviously threw for a ton of yards today, but that pick six at the beginning of the third quarter kind of started that quarter off on a bad note. How would you assess his performance?
Well, I think he's a tough guy, and he's competitive, and love coaching the kid, and he's done a really good job this year of taking care of football. And the guy made a great play, and Matt will learn from that. But again, Matt's going to come back and he's going to really try and work hard to improve. No question about it.
Bill, this follow-up. As an offensive guy, is it tough to settle into a defensive game? Did you feel that you guys needed some more offensive life, or could you speak to that?
Yeah, I felt like we were playing a field position game, especially in the first half. I thought Alex had some nice punts, and he was pinning them, and sometimes we kept them down there, sometimes they drove it out of there, and I did feel like it was a defensive game, and I was trying to get something going for our players on offense, and I need to do a better job.
Bill, tight ends have been so important to your offense so far this year and early on, and for a while it didn't seem like they were much of a factor. Was that something they were doing? Or, like I said, with the game plan, was that something you went away from?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think Ohio State did a nice job on the tight ends. I think the tight ends had some catches tonight. I wouldn't say that they were totally shut down, but you know, give Ohio State a lot of credit. They came in here and played well.
Bill, a lot of emotion against Ohio earlier, and that game kind of got away in the second half. A lot of emotion in this game. Are your players getting a little too fired up at all? Is it tough for them to keep that going throughout the game?
No. I just think that Ohio State beat us today, and we're gonna go and watch the tape and figure out a way to figure out what they did and what we didn't do and what we can do to help our players play better. In the next game against Purdue.
Anything else for Coach? Okay.
Thank you.